An airplane indeed flew overhead. God knows what he will think seeing our airplane in the sky. A weird diamond-shaped UFO looking as if it escaped from a trailer for a new George Lucas Star Wars epic. I check my watch. 8 in the morning. The temperature already in the 90s, heading toward a predicted high of 120 Fahrenheit. Half Blue should be well inside the missile's radar track, heading for us. And in a few moments I spot a distant speck, growing ever larger in the milky blue sky. I watch Half Blue through my binoculars as it flies at 8,000 feet. The T-38 chase plane, which usually flies on its wing in case Half Blue develops problems and needs talking down to a safe landing, is purposely following miles behind for this test. The radar dish atop the van hasn't moved, as if the power has been turned off. The cluster of missiles, which normally would be swiveling in the launcher, locked on by radar to the approaching target, are instead pointing aimlessly and blindly toward distant mountains. The young sergeant stares in disbelief at the sightless missiles, then gapes as the diamond-shaped aircraft zips by directly above us. "God almighty," he exclaims. "Whatever that thing was, sir, it sure is carrying one hell of a powerful black box. You jammed us dead." "Looks that way," I say, and grin. I head to the command van, and a cold blast of the air conditioning greets me as I step inside. The Marine crew is still seated around their electronic gear with stolid determination. Their scope screen is empty. They're waiting. As far as they know, nothing has yet flown into their radar net. Suddenly a blip appears. It's moving quickly west to east in the exact coordinates of Half Blue. "Bogey acquired, sir," the radar operator tells the young captain in charge. For a moment I'm startled, watching a moving blip that should not be. And it is big, unmistakable. "Looks like a T-38, sir," says the operator. I exhale. The T-38 chase plane is being acquired by their radar detection. The radar operator has no idea that 2 airplanes should be on his scope, not 1, and that he never did pick up Half Blue as it flew overhead. "Sorry, sir," the young captain says to me with a smug sneer. "Looks like your gizmo isn't working too good." Had this been a combat situation, the stealth fighter could have used high-precision, laser-guided bombs against the van, and that smug captain would never have known what hit him. Might have taught him a lesson in good grammar, too. The van door opens, and the young sergeant steps into the dark coolness, still looking as if he had hallucinated in the desert heat, seeing with his own eyes a strange diamond apparition that his missiles failed to lock onto. "Captain," he began, "you won't believe this." 3.5 years earlier, on January 17th, 1975, I drove to work in downtown Burbank, California, as I had for the past 25 years. Only now I parked for the first time in the boss's slot, directly in front of an unmarked 2-story windowless building that resembled a concrete blockhouse, in plain view of the main runway at Burbank's busy municipal airport. This was Lockheed's Skunk Works, which, throughout the long, tense years of the Cold War, was one of the most secret facilities in North America, and high on the targeting list of the Soviet Union in the event of nuclear war. Russian satellites regularly overflew our parking lot in the midst of Lockheed's sprawling 5-square-mile production complex, probably counting our cars and analyzing how busy we were. Russian trawlers just outside territorial limits off the Southern California coastline trained powerful eavesdropping dishes in our direction to monitor our phone calls. We believed the KGB knew our key phone numbers, and computerized recording devices aboard those trawlers probably switched on when those phones rang. U.S. intelligence intercepted references to the Skunk Works regularly from Soviet satellite communications, simply because there was no Russian translation for our colorful nickname. Our formal name was Lockheed's Advanced Development Projects. Even our rivals would acknowledge that whoever ran the Skunk Works had the most prestigious job in aerospace. Beginning with this mild day in January, that guy was me.